Hello everyone, good evening. Um I'm Yusuf Pathan. Welcome to our third webinar, which is for Twitter search for recruiters. Now, we included this topic as per public demand. As most of you actually know that we've got a community called Sourcing Adda. So we had requested everyone to give their opinion on our next webinar. So so depending on the responses we got on our community, we've scheduled this Twitter search for recruiters. So most of the people actually know how we can actually utilize Twitter to search for candidates. So similarly, what we've done is after this webinar, we've put a survey where we're going to ask you guys to again opt for more topics for our next webinars. We normally conduct two webinars in a month. So once we're done with the once we're done with this session, you'll get a screen on your computers. You can just opt for any subject for our next webinar. Okay, so before we actually start with today's session, I'll just give you a brief introduction. Some of you actually know me, and some of you don't know me. Maybe this is your first webinar, because we've got a lot of response this time. We've got about 110 people registered for webinar, and I can see at least 40-50 of them joined in this session. So welcome to this session. My name is Yusuf Pathan, and I'm currently working as managing director with K Resourcing. Now we are a RPO based in Pune, and we employ around 100 sources, and we cater to clients in US, Europe, and APAC. Recently, we've launched our certification called Sourcepro for Indian recruiters, and we've also launched a community called Sourcing Adda. I think most of you are there on Sourcing Adda. If you guys are not there on Sourcing Adda, please register yourself on sourcingadda.ning.com. Now that community we are having a lot of fun activities. We've got a contest going on there, and there are a lot of topics, or there are a lot of things around sourcing. We discuss a lot of things around sourcing in that community. Okay, so hope to see you guys there. So let's start with our session today, which is Twitter search for recruiters. Now, one normal trend I've seen in the Indian recruitment industry is people normally use Twitter only for posting jobs. Now, I don't understand why people are actually using it only for job postings, and to Twitter, we actually why we're doing it, so that we reach the audience, and we reach our followers or the people following us, and tell them that okay, we've got this job opportunity. But one thing I've noticed on the profiles of Indian recruiters, either they are following HR people or recruiters, and those posts are then retweeted by recruiters or HRs. And again, if I look at their profile, again their followers are HRs and recruiters. So if someone is having a IT job description, how does that help? It doesn't help. You won't get candidates, because that's not reaching to the target audience. So, so Twitter is there. You know that there are a lot of advantages of using Twitter, but I think the recruiters in India are not actually focusing on getting to the right people. Now, in this session, we're going to discuss about the various techniques to how to actually search those candidate people, and how to start following them, and how to get our jobs to them. So our jobs should reach to them. So we need to know who Java developers are, or who SAP architects are, or who PHP developers are, or who finance managers are. So our search. This search would actually help us to get to the right people. So once you start following them, and if those people start following you, then your jobs would actually reach them. Okay, that's one part of the advantage of Twitter search. The other advantage is you get to see a lot of profiles. Maybe these people are present on Twitter, but these people cannot be on job boards, or cannot be on any other tools. So you can actually reach out to these people. So it's a combination of both active and passive sourcing on Twitter. Okay, so what we're going to cover today is what are the different types of Twitter searches we can use for recruitment. There's an option in Twitter itself where we've got an advanced search option. You can it's a very simple tool. You can use it within Twitter. There are also third-party application searches where you can actually go onto those applications and search for profiles or profiles of the people you need. Okay. Now on Twitter, there's an option called list where you can have a lot of people join on a particular list. So on this particular list, there would be a lot of discussions happening around, say, a particular topic. Let's say Java or maybe PHP or maybe SAP or maybe some training institutes might be talking about these technologies, and people who are related to these technologies would be following these lists or would be members of this list. So we're going to cover the list part also, and how we can search for lists using Google techniques. So we're going to cover Google techniques as well. The other option is, apart from the list, the third-party applications, and the advanced search within Twitter, we are also going to look at Google techniques to directly find users on Twitter. Okay, so these are the things we're going to cover. Now we've just got about 30 to 40 minutes to cover all these sessions, all these points. So what I've done is I've picked out the most important tools or the widely used search strings where we can get maximum results so that we can cover it in these 30-40 minutes. Okay, but then apart from these techniques or apart from these tools, there are lot other tools available on the internet. So this session does not mean that you should only follow the tools we've mentioned here. There could be other tools also which could be beneficial to your searches. Okay, so we'll start with our first uh, session, which is advanced search on Twitter. Now, if you look at the URL, it's http twitter.com search advanced. This is the URL. Or what you can do is on your Twitter page, just type in any keyword, let's say Java. On the left hand side, if you look, you'll see everything: people, photos, videos, news, timelines, advanced search. Okay, in this you can go to advanced search. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, just a moment, let's close this. Okay, so in this advanced search, this is how the screen actually looks like. I'll just zoom in for you. Okay, okay, so if you look at advanced search option here, it's very self-explanatory. So the first option is all of these words. So say you're looking for a SAP architect. Sorry. Okay, and you click and SAP architect. Okay, so it would give you all the results where you've got tweets, you've got people, you've got photos, you've got videos, you've got news, you've got timelines, you've got advanced search, you've got timelines. So it searches for everything which has got the word SAP and architects. You look at this result, it's got SAP and architect. Okay, both SAP and architect. So it would look for everything which has got SAP and architect. So you can refine this search by saying just people. Okay, so now if you look at this list, you'll find a lot of people who have mentioned SAP architect either in their profile or in their Twitter handle. So you can look at everything. So you've got SAP architect. Okay, again SAP, again architect. Okay, so similarly, if you go to advanced search again, the second option is exact trace, which shows you uh, in, let's say, SAP architect. So it would show you all people who got the word SAP architect together, whether it would be a Twitter handle or their uh, bios. Okay, so let's move on to advanced search again, and I'll show you one more example as to what you can see. SAP architect, and if you search of all of these words, you go to timelines. Okay, now you can actually see a lot of lists which are dedicated to SAP people. Okay, yeah, within this list you can also see that now this SAP gurus, or let's say this, let's take an example, this designers plus architects, this list has 468 members. If you click on this, okay, you can see all the people who are members of this particular list. Okay, and this is how you can actually get to your targeted people. Now these people, if they're following SAP, that means they're somewhere related to this SAP technology. Okay, and that's the reason it's come up. Okay, now this has got 4,284 members. Okay, so again these people are somewhere related to SAP, and this is how you can actually start following them up, and then you can send either your job descriptions, or you can send them emails, or you can send them direct messages for your job openings. Okay, see, this guy is a SAP HCM consultant. So similarly, now again, any of these words, none of these words, if you want to exclude some certain words, you can use none of these words. If you want to use, or if you've looked at our boolean search techniques, this is again the same thing, exact phrase. We use double quotes in our boolean search. All of these words are used when we use and. Any of these words we use or. Okay, now if you're looking at search, if you're searching for certain hashtags or certain topics, then you can search within these hashtags. Okay, so you can just put in keyword here, and then you can search within those hashtags. Okay, now this other section is very interesting. Now you can find people from these accounts. So let's take an example. Sourcing at the, let's say, search. So if you know any account name or anything, you would get everything which is related to Sourcing Adda, their tweets, their photos. Okay, and if someone is related to those, see, if you look at this, I've mentioned Sourcing Adda in my biography, and Sourcing Adda is the Twitter handle. So it's shown me both the profiles. Okay, if someone has posted videos from that account, you'll get to know about that. If you go to timelines, okay, if that person has created any list, then you can see the list also created by that particular user. Okay, instead of going to advanced search and using this function here from these accounts, you can directly say from sourcing adda. You can directly search from here also. See, you get the same results again. Okay, so this is one way. The other uh, way to search is to these accounts. Now again, we put sourcing adda. Now this would actually give you the results whom people have addressed, or have mentioned their name, or mentioned their Twitter handle. Okay, so if you look at this again, you'll see all the conversations happening for this particular Twitter handle is sourcing adda. That's what we're searching for. Okay, so if you again go to people, you'll get to know who are related to that particular Twitter handle, if they mention something in the bios. Okay, if any news related to that Twitter handle. Okay, okay. So this is how you can search for people using advanced search. Again, you can directly use to instead of directly searching for sourcing adda, so that it gives you these results. Okay. The last option in this advanced search is mentioning this account. So if you know any Twitter handle, say you know a particular Java developer or someone's Twitter handle, you can just go and put that Twitter handle, and you'll get to see what people are talking about. Those again, we'll get to see what conversations that person is having, or who's following that particular person, or who that particular person is following. So that's how you can actually get to see more candidates or more contacts, because these people would be somewhere related to each other. Okay, so that's how advanced search is used on Twitter. Now let's move on to the other topic, which is third party applications. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that these are just three examples what we're going to cover in this session. There are other tools also available on the internet. You can use those tools as well. And so I'll just explain you how these three work. I mean, according to me, I mean, I've got a lot of information through these sites, so I've included these three sites. So let's show you an example. So let's go to twibs.com. Okay, I've already made a search string for you. Twibs, actually you can use Boolean search strings. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find people with the skill sets Java, based in India, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, or Mumbai. Okay, so that's the search string we've used. Now, if we look at this Twitter handle, there are about 26,000 people following this Twitter handle. So that means these 26,000 people would actually be somewhere related to Java, because this list, or this account, this Twitter handle is specifically for Java and J2E. Okay, now this person again is a head of brand and commerce, but he's mentioned he's the author for Java, so this keyword has come here. Okay, this guy is a freelance web developer. Again, his location is India. That's what we mentioned in our search string. This and this is a Twitter handle for a tweet tutorial. So again, this handle's got 4,660 followers. So again, these people would be somewhere related to Java. So you can go and look at the followers of this Twitter handle. Okay, again, Jaspal, Satish Kumar. If you look at this, you get a mixture of everything, and the good thing about Twips is you know how many followers these people have, and depending on the followers, you can actually go and look at the list. Now, how you can actually look at it? I'll give you an example. I'll open this Twitter handle. Okay, go to followers, and this is how you can actually look at people. So here you get, he's a software developer. Again, he's following this Twitter handle, so that means he's somewhere related to Java. Okay, so you can get a list of all the people on Twitter who are actually somewhere related to Java. Okay, so this is how you can search on Twibs. You can play around with your keywords here. You can put anything if you want. You can put PHP and just see what you get. Again, you got around 138 matches. You get a list of all the people again. The people have mentioned PHP again. They've got PHP mentioned here. Got PHP. Okay, so you can search for people and some Twitter handles who, like this person, there are about 11,623. So you go to his profile and look for his followers, and then these people would be somewhere related to PHP. Okay, so this is how we can search on Twibs. Now let's move on to follower wonk. Okay, now in follower wonk, you've got an option to search on Twitter bios, or you can also search on Twitter profiles. So you can use either of this. So most of the time I actually use Twitter profiles. In the more options, you can also look at location. If you got the name of the person, you can use name. Or if you got a certain URL, you can use that URL to see if that URL belongs to some Twitter handle. Okay, so I've just made a search string to show you how it works. So let's say SAP. Now every website has its own way of searching. So if you look at follower Wong, if I want to look at the location, this pipe sign actually represents OR. So what we are trying to find is New York, NYC, Brooklyn, or Queens, or Yonkers. So someone based in between these locations. Okay, so you'll have to look at what Boolean searches or what kind of keywords the website uses, and depending on that, you'll have to make your own search strings. So for this, I've already made a search string. Let's put in SAP, and the location is this bank room, and let's see what results we get. Okay, we got around 1149 results. This guy is a SAP consultant. Okay, and he's a social entrepreneur, but he's mentioned SAP in his profile. This is a training institute. Okay, again, social media enthusiast. He's got SAP in his profile. That's the reason it's called. He's a SAP professional. Okay, he's based in Mumbai, Bangalore. If you look at the locations also. So we've got about 1149 results on follower Wonk. Yeah. Now again, in this similar to Twips, it also gives you the followers and the following numbers as well. So what you can do is, again, you go to, like, for example, go to SAP Labs India. Okay, and go to their followers. So these 1870 followers, 1875 followers are somewhere related to SAP. And because this is SAP Labs India, we can assume that all these people are from India. Okay, so see, you can get a lot of results here, and this is how you can actually look for different people. So you have to dig into the profiles, go to different profiles and see what all you get, and then you have to go to your right targeted people. Okay, so this is how follower Wonk works. We'll move on to a next topic, which is vfollow. Now in vfollow, we can actually search for people based on their interest. So people might have interest in blogging, people might have interest in say social media, or people might have interest in development, or people might have interest in Android. So depending on different keywords, you can actually search for these people. I'll just show you an example how this works. I'll just put social marketing. I'll just put, say, social media marketing. Okay, so these people are all related to social media marketing. If you look at their titles, okay, get everything. But now again, these people are not from India, so we can search from location. Let's put in India, and see, you've got Arun Kumar Maharana, you've got his Twitter handle. Okay, at Jayendra Chauhan, in working on Google Analytics, SEO, and you've got Somesh Kumar, a blogger. He's interested in social media. His interest is in social media. Again, Alok is in internet marketing. Okay, we've got digital marketing, Pavas Gupta. So this is how you can actually look at different tools, and you can get as many as people possible for your requirements. Okay. So this is these are only 3 examples of tools we've covered, but there are a lot of tools available on internet. You can go through it. What we would do is, after this session, we would put the other applications on our community, so you can have a look at those applications there. Okay. Now I'll show you an example of how we can actually search for lists on Twitter. Now this list would actually help us to give the people who have subscribed to particular topic, or to particular industry, or to a particular subject. So So we'll just see how it works. Okay, so on Google, let's put this search string on Google. Okay, see now in this search, what I'm doing is I'm searching for the entire site twitter.com. I've used the keywords subscribers and members because if you look at the keywords here, it says subscribers and members. So all these pages would have this keyword subscribers and members. Okay, in text I've used list.subscribers. This is because if you look at this, it on the Twitter page or on the website, it would give you as list members and list subscribers. So in text I've used list.subscribers and list.members. Okay, and I want to look at only a public list. Okay, so this is a public list by posted by someone. So if you look at this, all these pages would have public list. So whenever you're doing a search, you know what boolean operators are, but it's very important for you to understand what keywords to take from those particular web pages. Now normally when we search on anything, what we would do is we would just put Java or any skill set with the job title or with the skills or the location, but we tend to forget that on certain web pages there's I mean they follow a unique pattern. You need to look at that unique pattern and get those keywords from here, like we've done in this particular case. So a public list and in title PHP. So this is the title of any website. So in this entire search string, what I've done is I've searched for the entire site Twitter. I've searched for a web page which is got the word subscribers members. I've searched for the word list subscribers in the text. I've searched for list members in the page, and I've searched for a public list. Again, this keyword should be present somewhere on the web page, and the in title should be PHP. So all these lists would give you everything which is related to PHP. Now it should not be necessary that you would get only PHP discussion groups or something. You would get events, you would get jobs, or all those things. But then again, with the help of minus keywords, you can eliminate those things. Now let's open this and see how we can actually get the users. See, these are the people who subscribed to this particular list, and this is how you can now these people are somewhere related to PHP, and that's the reason they are in this group. Okay, so if you go look at this 9 members, you'll get all the 9 members here. Let's take another example. Let's see this. Okay, now this we'd use subscriber as keyword. That's the reason this came up. But if you look at the members, you click on members and you'll get a list of all the members who are associated to this list. Again, see. So again, using different keywords, you can eliminate the people you want. So let's look at one more example of how we can do it. So let's take this example. Okay, so again, um, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find someone from Twitter who's got who's mentioned developer, programmer, or engineer in the profile with the keyword Java, J2E struts, and in URL list, because we're just searching for list at the moment. So I'm just showing you how to search for list, and in text list dot members. So these people would be members of that list and who would have these skill sets on Twitter. So this is how get the results. Again, like I told you, you would get jobs and other information also. So if you go to this again, there are 26 subscribers to it, but there are only 4 members. So you can look at who the subscribers are. Again, you get a list of all the people. You're getting a lot of international results here, but then you can again use India or something like that, or you can you can fine tune your search results. Okay. Again, these are two people in this list. Get this. There are members one. Okay, so this is how you can actually search for a list on Twitter. Again, these are just two examples of what I've shown you, but then you can play around with the keywords. You can play around with the skills or the job titles and the Google field commands or uh, and the Boolean search operators, and you can get as much as results possible from as per your needs. Okay. So this is how you actually search for lists on Twitter. These are only two examples. We'll move on to the other topic, which is how to find users on Twitter. Okay. Now we've covered list, we've covered the tools. Now using Twitter, how we can actually use this. I'll just show you this example. Okay. Purposely, I haven't used minus in this search while because I'll explain you what we're doing is. Again, I've used a star here. If you look at a previous webinar on Boolean search, star is used as a fill in the blank. So if you look at the word analyst, it would look for any keyword before analyst automatically, and if you would look, it would look for any keyword before the word engineer. So we're looking. My intention is to find either a system analyst or a business analyst or a technical analyst or a systems engineer or a senior engineer or a trainee engineer or whatever. So instead of putting too many keywords, I've used asterisk as a sign, and I'm trying to find someone from Pune, Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad with the skill sets Java, J2E, and struts. Okay, now if I look at the results, okay, I've got a lot of results which has got jobs. Okay, if you look at this, it's jobs. If you look at this, it's got jobs. Again, these as a recruiter, if I'm trying to recruit someone, these uh, results are not um good for me. So what I've done is I've used a combination of minus keywords where we're going to reduce this. So at the end, I'll just include this. Let's see what we get. So now if you look at the results, all those jobs and everything is gone. And now if you look at the results, now this guy is an engineer, okay, working in Bangalore. He's used the word Java. Again, he's a software engineer working in Bangalore. He's a computer engineer. Again, as I said before, engineer I had put a asterisk, so it's taken computer as a word. Again, before engineer I had put a asterisk, so it's taken software quality as a keyword. Again, Java is there, Bangalore. Okay, now it's taken three words before engineer in place of that asterisk. Okay, again he's got Java and Bangalore mentioned in his profile. So if you look at this, you get a lot of profile, and there are about 4,790 results with the help of this search string. I've designed another search string similar to this for SAP, and let's see what kind of results we get. Okay, again from twitter.com, I'm looking at a consultant, maybe a technical consultant or or a functional consultant or a SAP consultant, okay, who's got a keyword mentioned SAP in the profile, who've got FICO, MMM, BC. These are the different modules of SAP. So I've used them in OR. Okay, and again I've used locations, different locations, and again I've used minus, career, jobs, and in this so that we remove those unwanted results. Excuse me. Okay. So now here look at this. And this guy is a SAP consultant again in Bangalore working on ERP process. SAP consultant ABAP. Okay, again a SAP consultant from Hyderabad. So yeah, here you go. There are a lot of results you get using this search string, and there are about 1110 results from this search string. Again, you can play around with the search string. You can play around with keywords, and you get a lot of. You can as per your needs, you can change these search strings. Okay. So that's it for today's session. We've covered three different tools. We've covered how to search for list, and we've covered how to search for users using Google. We've covered the advanced search function on Twitter. Okay. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask these questions on either Twitter or either on Twitter or on a sourcing community called Sourcing Adda. So you can follow us at Sourcing Adda, or you can register yourself on the community at sourcingadda.ning.com. Okay, so this is it, and so with the, I mean. Um, with Sourcepro, we're trying to get this sourcing culture in India. So if you guys are interested, of your or if your colleagues are interested in getting a certification done from Sourcepro, please let them know and get certified from Sourcepro, because we going to, now this was just an example, this was just a glimpse of what we actually cover in our training sessions. So if you want more information, you can discuss with me. My our Twitter handle is the Sourcepro. Okay, we've got different modules on social medias, the social media recruitment. We've got Research Pro, where we're going to talk about different Google techniques and Google custom search engines and different tools we can use while recruitment. Okay, so overall, if you guys are interested, please do register yourself for the trainings. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, please post it on our community or our Twitter handle. We are happy to respond. We're going to put a live this recorded webinar on YouTube channel, and we're going to send it to everyone the link. So if you guys have missed something on in this session, you can have a look at our recorded video. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving your time. Next time we're going to change our timings, because we understand that Fridays mostly people just finish their work and they have to go home, and our webinars are mostly done on Fridays 7 o'clock. So we're going to change the timings also. So we're going to send you updates regarding our next webinar. So stay tuned, and thank you. Have a nice evening.